I just thought we'd talk about direct sense of being, experience. And it seems pretty obvious, doesn't it? Well, your direct sense of being or your direct experience. To the mind, that's like, okay, so it's what's happening now. But what we tend to have is we tend to have the mind filling in with concepts about what's happening now, over the top of what's happening now, what's actually here. When we drop out of the mind is what I am pointing to. So to look at this direct experience in a non-conceptual way would be to some sense of dropping out of the head, because we feel like we're centered in the head, and that's what's referencing everything. There's an overlay of the mind, of past and future events, that it's sort of collected all this knowledge and it wants to overlay it on top of what's happening. So it's a matter of opening the focus. And I've had a few people say, what do you mean by open your focus? And so let's just feel into that, in case I can explain that in a better way. You know, when we're thinking about something, we're planning something, and we've got to organize something, our attention is focused. And I'm just saying to open the attention. So this open focus. So it's as if we pull back from a doing mode, got to sort out, linear thought, to this open way of being. So we've got a broader picture, and I hope you can get some sense of that. There's a broader picture. We're still maybe centered up here, but there's a broader perspective. There's an open view. It's as if we can see to the side and the front. We're not just narrow focused on one little thing. There's an open view. So that's what I mean by opening your focus. Your attention is broadened. And then there's some sense, and it's just, these are just pointers that I'm offering, that you can drop down out of the head and into the body. And what it is it's just your sense of where you are, just your sense of being in the body. Because when we feel like we've got distance from the mind, the thoughts tend to quieten down, and they're seen from this broader view, that they're just being offered up in this open space of viewing. So it's just that feeling of we've opened the focus and we've dropped down, down, down into the body. And I like to use the contact points of the body in the seat and the feet on the ground, because that way you're focusing, your attention is down here rather than feeling like we're up here, which is sort of where we feel like we go to when we use the mental mode of being. So coming back down, opening our focus back down into the body, and we're just sensing these contact points. We're just feeling into them. We're not using our mind to talk about them. We're just feeling into the contact points of the body, the contact points of the seat that you're sitting in, and your feet on the ground. So immediately we've got distance now from the mind, and I hope you can notice that there's an openness and there's a drop down feeling, a sort of a heavier, more grounded feeling of being in the whole of the body, and actually not really in the head at all. So just keep with those contact points. So we're going to direct experience now. So it's the direct experience of, say, just the contact points. Let's look at those. So it's your direct experience of the contact points of the body, the feet on the ground, and the body in the chair. So we're feeling into those direct contact points without referencing the mind for labels of body, chair, feet, comfortable, not, we're just going to the sensations of what's there, of these contact points. We're not labeling the contact points. We're going to take away the label. We're just sensing into what's there, and this is your direct experience of what's actually there in this moment. So we're feeling in. So our attention is down to the sensations that are appearing in your awareness. There's distance from the mind, so we're not labeling them. We're just feeling into the sensations. And we've peeled away even contact points. We've peeled that label off what's left. So it's this looking, this direct experience. Our attention goes inwards towards the experience, the direct experience. So you could say there's sensations in awareness, but let's peel away the label sensations. What's there now? So it's to look, it's to feel without the mind labeling anything. What's actually there? And you feel into the sensations. And we peel away the label sensations. What's actually there when we look? This is your direct experience, without an overlay, without filters. And I don't want to add words here. I would like you to feel in for yourself, because if I add words, then we tend to go to the words. And I want you to look beyond the words, beyond the pointers. What's actually there for you in your direct experience. Now I could go on to do more, to talk about the boundaries of the body, and maybe I'll save that for another video, because I know people only hang around for about 5 minutes. So I'll save that for another one. And I hope that helps. Thanks.